think it's extremely unfortunate and regrettable that members of the Park and Recreation Board have seen fit to take the action of sending this letter. And I'd like to do everything within our power, and I say our power, the City Council's power, to get them to reconsider their intentions on this. I believe the consensus of the members of the City Council would be that we tried to get the present members of the Park and Recreation Board to retain their position for the best interest of the City of Fort Worth.
You don't read the letter as resignation?
No, and none of the members of the council, after reading it several times, took it as a clear resignation. Its intention, it is interpreted as what their intentions could be.
The notion is that there is some responsibility on the part of the state board, because what we're after in all of these cases is the action of the state. And the state board does have, we feel, some area of responsibility to help in the total integration process. And the notion is that if we can get some kind of declaration of the responsibility at the state level, then it will obtain throughout the state and relieve us of the responsibility of having to make the attack on individual school systems.
Wouldn't a suit that involves so many different school districts of such a magnitude, wouldn't that be harder to get than individual school districts to integrate?
Of course, there are problems in it, but I assume what they will seek is to get some overall policy at the state level, at state education board level, on the matter of integration.
Nervous over the 3 assaults on buses over the last couple of months, Dallas Transit Board members took up the matter of bus safety at the very beginning of today's meeting. Board Chairman Clyde Skeen, in a prepared statement, discounted the possibility of any kind of pattern in the 3 assaults which occurred late this year. Skeen showed figures from a study of the past 5 years of DTS operations, which he says proves robberies and assaults are diminishing. In fact, since the DTS began using locked fare boxes on buses last year, there haven't been any robberies on a Dandelighter, and only 5 assaults for other causes, which did not involve robberies. Nevertheless, Skeen said police officials have agreed to beef up their surveillance of buses. That involves putting more police officers in cars along bus routes to externally view the buses, and the system plans to augment that surveillance with private detectives of their own who will ride buses in a random pattern. Both programs have started already. Phil Reynolds, Channel 8 News on the Move at the Dallas Transit System.
The surprisingly bitter struggle over whether to charge an admission fee for Fort Worth's Forest Park Zoo took another semi-spectacular turn today. The park board resigned. Like a great deal of the furor which has surrounded the entire affair, resigned may be an overstatement of the truth. All that can be confirmed is that the board met this morning and after a 3-hour session sent a messenger to Mayor Sharkey Stovall with a letter saying that all but Herbert Baker and Mrs. Rob Rutledge were quitting. Mrs. Rutledge was not at the meeting, and Baker had left before the matter reached a boiling point, so it could be that they will yet make it a unanimous resignation. The issue, apparently, is the failure of the City Council to impose an immediate fee on zoo admissions. The Council voted to delay it until May 1st. In keeping with the histrionic tone of the entire affair, all but one of the Park Board members was unavailable for comment, and the one who talked refused to be quoted. The letter of resignation listed a group of what had been termed to me facts, presumably also the qualifications for retraction of the letter of resignation.
Miriam, when you left the hospital, you met your brother. What did you say to him?
Well, he was asking me if I wanted to go back with him, with my family, and I said no. I wanted to come back with the children of God.
Why didn't you want to go with your family?
Well, my mother's the one that had me committed, and I didn't want her to try it again.
Do you feel any animosity toward your mother because of this?
No, not really. I love her. And,
do you feel now that you're probably disobeying your parents? Is this a Christian way, do you think?
well, the way I look at it, I'm obeying the Lord. And just serving Him.
By obeying the Lord, what do you mean?
Well, He wants me to tell people about Jesus. And I didn't do that at home. And if I went back home, it'd be the same as it was before.
Do your parents keep you from doing this?
No, it's just that my friends, the people that I know back home, I'd be involved with them.